No, not my son. Mr. Elias was known as the wise man. All it took was one look at you, and he could see your entire future unfold, every joy, every regret, every ending. But the gift came with a curse. He could never tell anyone what he saw. He could only advise. After his wife died, the visions began. Each morning, Mr. Elias sat outside his small clay house, a thin stick resting between his lips, silently watching people pass by. When someone caught his eye, he would call out softly, warning them what not to do, and gently guiding them toward what they should do. But the villagers laughed. They said grief had broken his mind. They called him a mad old man clinging to shadows. Even his own daughters despised him. They hated the way he stared, the way he spoke in riddles, the way he always seemed afraid. One afternoon, his youngest daughter stepped outside wearing a tiny skirt and a low-cut blouse. She was only 18. Mr. Elias looked at her, and his face fell. "My child," he said gently. "Please go inside and change. You're too young to dress like this. Your body is precious. It should be seen only by the man who will one day be your husband." She rolled her eyes. "Dad, it's my body. This is how everyone dresses now." And with that, she walked away, leaving her father sitting there in silence. Mr. Elias had already seen what was coming, and it broke his heart. Later that evening, a neighbor passed by. Mr. Elias glanced at him once and his chest tightened. Prison walls, chains, a lifetime lost. "Young man," he called out, "come here." The man laughed. "What do you want now, Mr. Elias? If you keep walking with those men," Mr. Elias warned softly, "your future will be ruined." The neighbor scoffed. "You're a crazy old man. Go inside and take a nap." 2 days later, screams filled the street. The neighbor's mother came running, tears streaming down her face. "My son." Mr. Elias already knew. A life sentence. No return. He stood slowly, turned toward his house, and walked inside shaking his head. Because the cruelest part of seeing the future was watching people destroy it, even after you warned them. His daughter came home shaking. She had walked out that morning as a girl. She returned as someone the world had taken from, touched too many times by hands that never asked. She stumbled through the door, trembling, her tears louder than her voice. Her father said nothing. His silence was heavier than screams. He knew the world had taken what was never given. He had warned her before she left the house, but she did not listen. Amara bathed until the water ran cold, yet still felt unclean. She told herself her father had made this happen, that his gift was never a blessing, it was a curse. A curse that watched, warned, and still let strange men take from her. In her pain, she didn't see protection, she saw blame. He did not ask where Amara had been, for he had already known. Mr. Elias sat outside his house, as he always did, a thin stick resting between his lips, unmoving. The villagers had grown used to the sight, so used to it, they no longer wondered why he watched. That was when the woman passed, a beautiful woman. She carried a clay pot balanced on her head, and several bags that whispered against one another as she walked. As she walked past him, she did not look at him, not once, but Mr. Elias already knew who she was. The moment she crossed his path, his chest tightened. He saw what others could not, pain stitched into her future, evil clinging to her shadow like smoke that refused to fade. Soon, the village began to talk. They spoke of the new cook who had arrived without history. They praised her food, rich stews that melted on the tongue, bread warm and soft as memory, spices that lingered long after the plate was empty. They said her meals felt like comfort, like something they had been missing all their lives. Every day, Mr. Elias watched her come and go. Every day, she never once met his eyes. He warned them. "Do not eat her food," he said quietly at first. Then louder, then with urgency that frightened even himself. The villagers laughed. They called him mad, delusional. A man with cursed visions they believed he put on people. But Mr. Elias knew. He had seen what would follow full bellies and closed ears. He had seen how pleasure would open doors that hunger alone never could, speaking warnings into deaf ears, trying to change futures that resisted his hands. Mr. Elias waited, knowing the village would soon learn the price of not listening. Mr. Elias's vision came to him as clear as daylight. The new woman, the village cook, Mary. Her spirit was not merely dark, it was hollow, like something else was living inside it. That evening, Mr. Elias sat outside his home as he always did, waiting, watching. His daughter sat beside him, her face buried in her hands, tears slipping through her fingers. He pulled her close. "My child," he said softly, "always listen to your parents. We see paths your eyes have not learned to recognize." He reached into his pocket and held out 2 candies. One was wrapped, the other lay bare in his palm. "Choose," he said. She hesitated, studying his face, unsure if grief had finally taken his mind. Slowly, she reached for the wrapped candy. He nodded. "Why that one?" She swallowed. "Because the other is open. I don't know where it's been. Who touched it? What it carries?" Mr. Elias sighed, a sound heavy with knowing. "Yes, my child. A man respects what is protected. You didn't choose the open candy because you knew it had been handled before. That's how some men think when they see a woman who isn't properly covered." Her tears returned. "Daddy, I didn't know. They hurt me. I know," he whispered, pressing his forehead to hers. "And some wounds are lessons that arrive too late to stop, but never too late to understand." Before the silence could settle, her sister Lily entered, carrying a steaming plate of gumbo. Mr. Elias's eyes snapped open. "Where did you get that food?" he asked sharply. "The new cook, Dad." "Mary," Lily replied. "This is my second plate. It's so good." Fear crawled up his spine. "My daughters, why won't you listen to me?" Lily frowned. "I'm feeling sleepy, Dad. I think I'll lie down." Mr. Elias stood too fast, his chair scraping the dirt. He already knew. If Lily fell asleep, her body would remain, but her spirit would wander. Her food sends spirits away, blind them with riches. Time keeps moving, while their bodies fade in the real world. The longer they're gone, spirits forget their way back. Mr. Elias did everything he could to keep Lily awake. He spoke to her non-stop, called her name, made her sit, made her walk, even held her eyelids open with trembling fingers. But whatever was in the food was stronger than his voice, stronger than fear itself. Lily's head finally fell against his chest, her breathing slow and unnaturally deep, like someone already halfway gone. She did not wake the next morning, nor the one after that. 2 days passed, and Lily still slept as though the world had forgotten her. The villagers whispered, but not in agreement. They said it was exhaustion, a fever, a child's weakness. They laughed when Mr. Elias spoke of Mary's food. "We all eat it," they said. "So why haven't we all fell ill?" That they didn't know their turn was coming. But Mr. Elias was not convinced. That night, he followed Mary. He kept to the shadows, his old legs aching as he trailed her beyond the village, past the last lantern, past the fields where no one went after dark. She stopped near the forest, where the air smelled damp and wrong. Mr. Elias watched as she knelt beside a small fire, pulling something from her bag. It was not herbs, it was a red liquid. He saw her place it into a big silver pot, whispering words that did not sound like any language he knew. The fire flared green for just a moment, then green and red. Then Mary smiled a quiet, satisfied smile and stirred slowly, lovingly, as if feeding a child. Mr. Elias staggered back before she could turn. Now he knew, and worse, he knew no one would believe him. What Mr. Elias did not see that night was worse than the fire. While Lily's body lay still on the bed, breathing soft and shallow, her spirit was not there. Mary's food did not only bring sleep, it loosened the soul. It slipped free quietly, like mist leaving warm skin, drawn to Mary the way blood is drawn to an open wound. In the forest, as Mary stirred her pot, shadows gathered around her. They were not shapes at first, only whispers, thin and restless. The spirits of the sleepers stood close, confused, obedient, unable to wander far from the one who called them. Mary fed on them, not with teeth, but with touch. She pressed her palms into the air, pulling warmth, strength, and years from them. Each breath she took grew steadier, heavier with stolen life. Wrinkles smoothed. Her eyes shone brighter. The hunger inside her eased. The bodies left behind whose souls was taken stopped breathing. By dawn, the bodies had stiffened. Their mouths hung open, eyes tightly shut as if they were never meant to open. Their chests never rose. No breath, no warmth left to give. Whatever had been taken from them had not gone far, but it would never return. The village fell into panic. Cries echoed through the streets. Prayers were shouted into the sky. Hands shook the dead as if force alone could call a soul back home. No one understood how sleep had turned into stillness. No one except Mr. Elias. He sat inside his house, unmoving, eyes closed, hands resting calmly on his knees. He had seen this moment long before it arrived. He had smelled it in the air, seen it in the food, felt it crawl through the village like a slow sickness. Then the room grew cold, not the kind of cold that touches skin, but the kind that silences breath. A presence stood beside him. "My love," a voice whispered. Mr. Elias opened his eyes. His wife Faith stood there as she once had in life, whole, warm, her eyes bright as if her heart still beat within her chest. She looked untouched by death, untouched by time. "You need me now," she said softly. Tears welled in his eyes. "My sweet Faith," he sobbed. "I tried to warn them. I begged them. But no one listened, not even our daughter." Faith's expression darkened, grief sharpening into something ancient and knowing. "Our daughter's spirit walks the wandering land of gold," she said. "Mary holds them there in confusion, in hunger, until she calls them to herself." Mr. Elias shook. "Can she come back?" Faith stepped closer, her voice lowering. "You will not get her back into the real world. Her body is too weak, now too hollow to hold her spirit. The sleeping bodies will not wake. Their spirits are no more, my love." Silence swallowed the room. Even in death, a mother protects her own. The grave didn't silence my love. She took the wrong child, now I'm coming, and Mercy died with me. Then Faith reached into her chest and pulled something free. It was a small mirror, blackened around the edges, its surface clouded as if smoke lived inside it. "Mary cannot steal what she is seen doing," Faith said. "She feeds in secrecy, in belief, in blindness." She pressed the mirror into his trembling hands. "At sunset, take this to the village square. Place it before her cooking fire. Burn salt and ash beneath it, and speak her true hunger aloud, not her name, but what she is." Mr. Elias swallowed hard. Faith whispered, "When she looks into this mirror," her voice lowered as she continued, "the villagers will not see Mary the cook. They will see the thing that has been wearing her skin. Her form will begin to fade. Do not look away," Faith whispered, "and do not let the fire die. I'm going to find our child." She kissed his forehead. "I love you," she whispered gently. Then her spirit was gone. Mr. Elias sat alone, once more holding the mirror, listening as the village screamed outside, knowing that by nightfall the truth would finally breathe, and Mary would no longer be able to hide. At sunset, Mr. Elias moved. He gathered what Faith had named: salt from the old barrel that had never been blessed, ash from the hearth where no prayers were spoken, and the mirror that no longer showed him his own face. The sky burned low and red as he walked the village square. The air was thick with the smell of food too sweet, too rich, clinging to the throat. Mary's fire was already lit, flames licking the bottom of her iron pot. Villagers stood nearby, drawn by hunger even as fear twisted their faces. Mary hummed. She did not turn when Mr. Elias approached. He placed the mirror before her fire, angled so the flames kissed its surface. Then he poured the salt in a slow white circle and scattered ash over it, blackening the ground like a burned-out eye. The fire hissed. Mary stopped humming. "Elias," she said gently, still not facing him. "You shouldn't be here." Mary removed the pot protecting her pot of soup. Mr. Elias stood firm before the flames, casting salt and black ash into the fire. The fire answered, burning darker than fire ever should. "I do not name you," Mr. Elias said, louder now, so the villagers could hear. "I speak your hunger." The mirror darkened. "You eat breath," he continued. "You eat warmth. You leave the body but keep the smile." Mary's shadow bent the wrong way. "You feed on the living by pretending to nourish them," he said, each word cutting deeper. "You are not flesh. You are not woman." The fire flared green and black. Villagers gasped as the mirror screamed not a sound, but a pressure, a vibration that rattled teeth and split the air. Mary finally turned. Her face slipped, skin sagged like wet cloth. Her eyes were hollow, endless, filled with mouths opening and closing inside them. The thing beneath her skin stretched, unfolding, starving. Mr. Elias raised the mirror. "I speak what you are," he said. Mary turned into a huge black snake oozed forward, its slick, slimy body glistening like wet shadow as it slithered across the ground. The villagers, terrified, Mr. Elias cried, "Return to where you came from." The mirror trembled, pulling the serpent back inside. Elias stood firm, too strong to fall, until the mirror finally sealed. When it was over, it shattered. The villagers ran to him, thanking him, begging forgiveness. His youngest daughter rushed into his arms. He looked up and saw his wife and his daughter. They smiled, then faded into the air. The story was told again and again. Listen to the wise man. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. See you in the next story.